Good morning, everyone. I realised it probably wasn't going to be a good time to start this video because I'm doing it in public and that's quite scary, so just going to get going. By the way, I will apologise in advance for any heavy breathing or loud noises. I've got a bit of a cold and I'm also very unfit, and I'm in London. It's very noisy. You may have noticed there's a picture which is slowly moving on your screen. I'm not a ventriloquist and I'm not that good at staying still. It is in fact a picture and not a video. Okay, there's a silly little joke out the way. How's everyone doing today? I hope you enjoy this slightly different kind of video to what I usually do. Oh, I'm out of breath already. I'm off to uni and I think it's going to be a fun day. So basically what's happening is last week we had a kind of overview of what existential psychotherapy, which we've kind of looked at anyway, but what the pathway would be like, because I have to choose the pathway in year 2 of my masters for existential or integrative psychotherapy. So last week was existential and this week is integrative. I'm walking very quickly as well because I don't like the thought of people realising I'm talking to myself. Oh well, gotta get over it, haven't you? So this week will be on integrative, which I'm leaning towards anyway because it's more of like a breadth and a broad sort of psychotherapeutic modality, whereas existential is more specialist but also a narrower kind of stance. Either way, you can do like continue professional development, CPD, once you've qualified, which you will be doing anyway because it's a requirement of like the psychotherapy boards, where you can then learn and specialise more in different areas, you know. I'm out of breath. Yeah, I felt quite coldy this morning. I also felt kind of panicky because I realised that I've spoken a bit about it before, like working a basically minimum wage job and then paying to get the train to London each week. Sorry for the noise. And also paying for therapy as well as just kind of getting by and rent and all these bills, etc. It adds up very quickly, so I'm left at the end of the month with not a lot of money. And obviously I can always be like better with my money. It's something that I'm working on, but these things easier said than done, so I'm kind of just, sorry about the noise, I'm kind of just figuring that out a bit. And yeah, I felt a bit panicky because I looked at the bank and I had less than £1 in the bank, so and I don't like having to borrow money off my girlfriend because it's just not really something I want to be doing, obviously. But I'm very grateful and very thankful that I can do that, and you know, so yeah, but hopefully not for much longer because I would like to be able to be self-sufficient in that respect. Finished my current job / last job now yesterday, which I'm very happy about. And you're not going to be able to hear any of this because of how noisy it is. And I start my new job on Monday, which is support work for like working in supported housing for young people. And I won't really go that much into it, partly because of confidentiality and all that sort of stuff. I might kind of speak broadly about it in future videos, but I'll just see because I want to gauge how comfortable I am talking about it, being respectful and safe and confidential and all that stuff. Okay, I'm feeling a bit more relaxed about talking now. Still out of breath, still sniffy, still loud, and still talking about it being loud and being meta about it, but oh well. Yeah, so that's that really. Moving on from that, I saw this comment on a meme on YouTube which was about left-handed people living in a right-handed world, and I found that really, really interesting. As someone that's left-handed, there's a fun fact about me. Who else is left-handed? Let me know in the comments. Sound like a YouTuber. Yeah, I'm left-handed. I'm quite left-handed in the sense of I'm not very good with my right hand. Like, I can't cut with my right hand. I can't. And the same with my feet. Like, I'm not very good with my right foot. I obviously play quite a bit of football, and I'm not very ambidextrous in that respect, which is a shame because it would make me a better footballer if I was. But yeah, in terms of my right hand, like, I'm nowhere near as comfortable with my right hand. Sorry, I'm about to stop again. But yeah, so I kind of looked into it a bit more, and obviously I'm aware of some of these things, but it's not necessarily things that you think about that often. You're just so used to doing things with your dominant hand. But things like writing in a notebook or a diary, where the, what do you call it? The margin, but also all the, I can't think of the word, you know what I mean though, like the making, as I'm going to call it, of the note, but I can't think of the word, are all on the left hand side, and so your hand just kind of bashes against them, and I found that quite difficult when I'm trying to write. And also obviously the classic of left-handed people smudging their writing, which was such a pain at school, and I'm kind of glad that I don't do as much writing, as much as it's kind of a shame, because that would just get on my nerves. And again, like the scissors thing, having to not being able to use normal scissors gets on my nerves. And how many times am I going to say gets on my nerves today? Obviously you can get left-handed scissors, but like you're not going to find left-handed scissors lying around as often in different settings and at home and all that stuff, which could be interesting tomorrow when I'm doing the live stream, buzzing my hair, shaving it off, because I don't know how well I'm going to be able to use the scissors. Guess we'll find out. Just sort of half said thank you to the man in the car then, or woman, or whatever they identify as. Yeah, so it's a little tangent. What else? So yeah, shave my hair off tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. Also got work drinks, which will be good fun, and gonna watch I'll watch the FA Cup final, Man City Chelsea. Really looking forward to that. Love my football, as quite a lot of you will know, and yeah, I think that'll be really fun. And as will the work drinks be, and chatted to some of you on the live stream, and I've also got to do quite a lot of work for my uni presentation, which is next Friday. So looking forward to it, but also a bit stressed because obviously next week is the first week of my new job, and if I don't kind of make a big dent in the presentation work this weekend, it's going to leave me quite a lot to do over next week, basically. Right, I'm tempted to stop it here just because it is getting very noisy on this main road, and you probably won't have been able to hear much of what I've said anyway. But yeah, let me know how you're all doing and what your plans are for the weekend. Let me know if you're left-handed and if you can swing by even for like just to say hi in the live streams. It'd be really nice to interact with you in real time, and I do enjoy doing lives. I know I haven't done one in a while, but they're good fun. And yeah, have a lovely day, everyone. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others. Take care. Thank you for watching the still of me for however long I've been speaking for, / listening to me waffle on about random stuff. Yeah, okay, bye.